Hi, I'm Allie and I'm so glad you're joining me in video 2 of the Say It to Sell It Now system. If you missed the first video where we used the word purpose to help you discover what and how to create your personal keynote, the talk that sells you and your services, just scroll down and you'll see it below. But today I want to help you sort of craft what your system is. Now, we're going to use the word power today. Makes sense, doesn't it? Power along the side of your paper as we move through this to help you again create what your system is. Now, you might think you don't have a system, but I'm betting you do, because otherwise, how do you help people from enrollment to getting the result that they came to you to get? All right? So, your personal system is your power. That's the overall thinking I want you to hold on to as we move through this. All right, let's get started. So what's the P? Well, it is your process. What is that process? Now, for some of you, you might be thinking, well, I don't really have a process, or I've never really looked at what my process might be. So I want you to take some time to do this. I'm going to run through how to do it, but I want you to actually sit down and map out what you need to do. So you might be thinking, well, you know, I just do this with my clients, or I coach with them. But consider it this way. The process is the steps that you actually take somebody through. And you might want to be thinking about a particular client that you have where you've actually moved them through this particular process that you use. So let's think about it this way. Maybe you're a permanent makeup artist. The first thing that you do is probably have your client answer a questionnaire so that you understand what their needs are and that they understand what it is you're about to perform on them. Okay? So that's part of your process. If you're a coach or a consultant, you probably start with a series of questions as well. So don't discount that. That's a big part of what your process is. Next, I want you to determine steps 2, steps 3, steps 4 until the outcome is actually achieved. So going back to our permanent makeup artist, perhaps step 2 for her clients is actually perhaps numbing the area that's about to be worked on. And that would be a step in that process. For a coach who perhaps uses EFT as a part of your process, step 2 might be actually mapping out or showing your clients where the tapping points might be. Does that make sense? So sit down, work out what steps you take your client through to achieve that result, and then map it out by steps. Got it? Let's move on to the O. So the O, well, that is the outcome. That's the thing that you are hoping to achieve for your clients, or that you certainly will achieve for your clients. So, for instance, maybe you are a weight loss coach, and the outcome that you achieve for a client is losing 30 pounds. Now, I want you to take that one step further, because that's not the ultimate outcome. I want you to think one step further than that. What do your clients get after they lose those 30 pounds? Well, maybe they get the confidence to start dating again, or maybe they have the confidence to change careers, or maybe they now have the energy to get on the floor and play with their grandkids without getting tired. That's the real result. Those are the stories that you'll hear from your clients. So ask them, because that also is a part of what this process is all about. Okay? When you get that, when you get those stories, when you get that end result, then that's going to move us into the next step. Now, let's go back a minute here. For me, for instance, for the Say It to Sell It Now system, what my clients really get is not only having that talk ready-made, but once again, what they're walking away with is the confidence to go out and do it, to feel as though they know where they're starting and they know where they're going. So confidence is probably a big part of that end result. When you get that, the next part is the W. You want to wow your clients with titles that really grab them. And you can start to create that when you look at the steps that you've done. So maybe you have a 3-step system, and that's 3 phases to something, or you have a 5-step formula for weight loss that lasts, or maybe you have a 7-part prescription for pain-free parenting. Wouldn't we all love that? Or you can use, you don't have to use numbers, you can use the 5 P's to something, or the word blueprint, or the word system. You might come up with another great acronym. I've been using acronyms all through these programs. So think about that. Something that is both memorable for you and memorable for your clients, like the Say It to Sell It Now system. Even if they can't remember all the words, there's enough there for them to hold on to that makes it unique for me. Okay, and that leads us into the E. The E is to examine all the parts, all the steps, and from that I want you to see what you can leverage. Now this seems to be a challenge for many of you, particularly those of you doing one-on-one coaching or one-on-one consulting or one-on-one counseling sessions. But you limit yourself and your income if you only work that way. Once you break down that system, you'll find that there's places where you can either teach somebody else to do that. You might find that you can take that and break it out into different kinds of modules. I know I can take my system and break it into 1, 2, or 3-day systems, or take the parts and make those different modules that I might be able to teach in different ways. That's what we're looking for here. Examine what you can leverage. For instance, if you are a chiropractor and you're used to doing those one-on-one sessions, you probably give your clients, your patients, a sheet with exercises to perform. Well, what if you took a group of like-minded patients, maybe they're all athletes, and you actually taught an exercise program? So now instead of 1-to-1, it's 1-to-many. Same hour, more dollars. Got it? So you leverage your time in there. So let's move on. What's the R? The R is to actually reward yourself for thinking bigger. Just going through the process of thinking bigger, that's part of your power. That's what I'm talking about here. How do you leverage that? Because what you do, that system, is what makes you, that's how you create your branded system. That's what makes you, you. That's what makes it different. There are lots of weight loss coaches and life coaches and chiropractors and all kinds of professions, but what you do is your power. So I want you to go back and look at what your unique branded system is, and that's what you're doing when you give it a title like that. That title can be for one part or for the whole system. So what I'm offering you is access to the other free video tutorials. All you have to do is just put your name and your email right there in the boxes below. You'll get the remaining 2 videos. We have video number 3 coming up, where we're going to maximize your delivery system. That is what I call your platform. And video 4, where I give you some presentation tips. It also gives you access to the Say It to Sell It Now system teleseminar that I'm going to be doing. So watch your email for that. As I said, just fill in your name and your email right there in the boxes below. And it's information that you won't want to miss. And if you like this, please pass along the link as well. So let's review for a moment. We have the P, that is for the process. Okay, what is your process? The O is for your outcome. What result do they get when they actually achieve the outcome? So it's sort of the result after the result. We have the W for the wow factor. What are the catchy titles that you can use to create your unique branded system? The E is for examine. Okay? Examine your system. Look at what you can leverage. And the R, again, is to reward yourself. And I want to reward you. So go ahead, just put your name and your email right there in the boxes below, and I'll send you the remaining videos. I'm Allie Casey, and I'm here to help you showcase your message to the world so you can grow your business. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.